All right, welcome. Today I got a bald head, and we're gonna be reacting to the Dark Timeline. One thing I realized, I'm pretty sure the theme song for Dark took place in an episode of Breaking Bad. Pretty sure. This theme song to Dark and the theme song to Vikings. But anyway, we're gonna be reacting to the timeline because I reacted to episode 8, the final episode, not the rest of the series, just episode 8. But I suck at editing. Apparently, I edited the fuck out of it. But YouTube was like, "Nah, you can't upload this. Strike. You can't upload." I gave up. So I'm gonna react to the timeline because the timeline revealed some things to me that I still didn't know after watching the final episode. But I talked about in the episode that Bartosh, like we learned in, I think it was episode 7, before episode 8, I was like flabbergasted that we learned that Bartosh is basically the great grandfather of everybody. I was like, what the fuck? It literally surprised me more than finding out that the freaking weird trio was Jonas's and Martha's child. You know, that kind of came. I was like, okay, because at this point, at that point, it was like people. We found out that freaking. Actually, I didn't put together that Charlotte and Elizabeth were like mother and daughter. I only thought that Charlotte was her mother. No, Charlotte, because for some reason I thought she was adopted in our original world. I thought she was, for some reason I thought she was adopted. Um, but I knew that she was her mother. You know what I mean? I thought because she was adopted, because Charlotte was adopted, I thought she adopted Elizabeth because, you know, I thought that was a thing. You know, that's a thing, right? People who are adopted, you know, like to adopt children too because that trauma there. But but yeah, one thing that I just found out by reading the fucking timeline, I didn't realize that the freaking triplets, not triplets, but the trio, Jonas's and Martha's child, was Agnes's abusive husband or father or whatever, or maybe it wasn't the person that had it, because when you see him as a child, he had the cigarette burns and stuff. I don't think that was the same father. I think he would have recognized him. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe, but yeah, I didn't realize that Agnes's the father of her child right here was Martha and Jonas's child. I didn't realize that while watching the show. What else did I realize? I remember the red herring of Peter. We thought they made us think Peter was Hannah's child that she had with Egon. It was something else. Oh, I didn't realize that. Well, I guess I had it in the back of my mind that Helgi's mother had Helgi out of wedlock or something, because it was something that she was very, the way she behaved was kind of made that seem kind of, I don't know if they confirmed it. They might have confirmed it and I just didn't realize, but that was another thing. Um, what else? Let's see. Oh, I didn't like her doing the show. Well, season 3 we found out I didn't like her because what happened with Egon. She was still married. I guess it's more complicated than I made it out to be. Definitely more complicated than I made it about to be. You know, it was the 50s, right? The 30s, whatever. It was way back then, and different time and all that. And she's finding out about, but at the end of the day, well, I didn't like her because she cheated on Egon, and I liked Egon. He's a good dude, especially when he's younger. And when she found out he was cheating, then she left him. It was like, you've been cheating this whole time with old girl, and being distant with your husband and your child. I'm like, man, get out of here, fuck you. Who else? I didn't like. I didn't like. Was it? Let's see. Oh, I didn't like Marta until season three. She was all right during season three, but the first two seasons, I was like, get her out of here. I didn't care when she died. I literally didn't care when she died. I didn't like her, so when she died, I was like, oh. And then she came back and was gonna be like one of the central characters in season three. I was like, ugh. But warmed up to her. That was fucked up. This whole situation, Katarina and da da da. But I also didn't know. And this freaking red herring, where's that guy? I don't think he's in this timeline. I think you got to go. I also looked up. Let's see who. This freaking guy here. He's an entire red herring. Just everything about him is a fucking red herring to throw us off. It's something he was. I didn't realize, or I don't remember. Maybe it wasn't that important that he was an informant for Alexander. It says right here. I didn't remember. I don't know if I realized it at the time, but I didn't remember that they were siblings. Did not. And also, his freaking eye. Like he's an entire red herring. Nothing about him really. I guess I don't know. And fuck this website right now. This website is great, but it dudes me because the whole mystery of his eye is like, what happened to his eye? And then they fuck you in the last episode. And in his website, they got the eye circled because if you go, let's see, in his website, if you click on anything, especially the pictures in that main timeline, it takes you to that character and their entire history through the series. And if you click on anything, Yellow Barrels, it takes you to a different thing. Barn Doppler, it takes you to Barn Doppler, whatever. It takes you to somewhere and explains it. But let's go back. Go back. There we go. You click on his right eye, it was a little circle, it just gives you the infinity sign. So I thought it was loading to tell us what happened to his fucking eye. What the hell? I thought it was loading to help us to tell us what happened to his eye. It wasn't. I was like, when it's gonna load, motherfucker? I thought my internet was jacking up. But no, that's all it does. It just does this. Because that's the whole thing in the last episode. He's about to tell you about his eye, and then they cut him off. So I'm like, oh, fuck you. If you click on it, it's nothing. It's nothing about his eye. It's fucked up. That's really fucked up. Just an entire red herring for the show. But yeah, that's it. Overall thoughts on the show. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Some reason when it got to season three, my excitement kind of diminished. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I can't explain why. Season one and two, I was like episode throughout a few weeks, months, whatever. But season three, for some reason, I slowly trucked along to finish it off. I don't know. But overall, it's a great show. Very well done, very well acted, very well paced, very well thought out. Even though it's just so much to think out, so much that they have this fucking timeline. Not my favorite show, but it's really good. And not my favorite time travel alternate universe type show. My favorite time travel alternate universe type show is Fringe. If you ever seen that show, but yeah, this is a great show. Yeah, that's it. See ya.